If you're still trading using only candlesticks, you're missing out on what actually moves the market. Because behind every move, every breakout, every fake out is liquidity. And today I'm going to show you how to use Bookmap to literally see that liquidity in real time so you can start taking high probability trades using nothing but the heat map and key levels. There's no lagging indicators, no guessing, just order flow. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, how to enter, and how to avoid getting trapped. And before hopping into the video real quick, if you guys do find value in today's video, make sure to smash that like button, but also make sure to subscribe to the channel. I have over 1,700 videos on this channel teaching on how to trade for completely free. Plus, I live trade here on YouTube for New York Market Open every single day. So again, if you guys haven't, make sure to subscribe and also make sure to join my free Discord. That link will be down in the description. But let's go ahead and let's hop into the video. All right. So let's talk about what is Bookmap. Bookmap is a platform that shows you real-time order flow using heat maps. So this chart over here on the left, that is Bookmap. Instead of just seeing price like you would on a normal candlestick chart, Bookmap is showing you where large buyers and sellers are sitting within the market, where liquidity is stacking, and where price is likely going to react. Think of it like this. Candles show you what already happened. Bookmap, however, shows you what's about to happen. Now, here's how to understand the heat map. The heat map is these shaded areas right here. I'll actually show it to you on the S&P futures because it's a little more clean. But here's how to read it. The bright bands or the bright shaded areas, the brighter the color, the more limit orders are sitting there. Or I should say like brighter into this darker red right here. If we look up here at this color scale, pretty much all the colors to the left, the least amount of orders, the colors to the right, the more amount of orders are in that area. So if, we're seeing like dark blue, there's not really a whole lot of buyers or sellers. But if we're starting to see like yellow, orange, red, dark red, as we see right here, well, there's a lot of buyers or sellers sitting at that area. So again, the further to the right on the color scale, the more amount of orders, the further to the left, the least amount of orders. Now, on the further right of this scale, these levels are going to act like magnets and barriers within the market. And think of it like this. Price has attracted the liquidity within the market. So price is likely going to trade to those areas of liquidity. And one, it's either going to reject or bounce off the level, or it's going to absorb those orders and head to the next area. The dark areas, however, the dark shading, that's a low liquidity zone, and price moves very fast through those levels. And this is typically where breakouts or breakdowns happen within the market. Now, one thing to keep in mind, liquidity behavior matters more than placement. Most beginners mess this up. It's not just where liquidity is, it's what happens to it. You need to ask yourself, is it getting pulled? Is it holding strong? Is it getting eaten? And that's how you're going to be able to dictate, is price going to bounce or reject off the zone, or is it simply going to trade through it and go to the next area of liquidity? Now, also on Bookmap, you can see that we have these volume dots right here. These are executed orders within the market. So these dots, these are actual trades that are happening. Green dots are aggressive buyers in the market. Red dots are aggressive sellers in the market. The bigger the dot, the larger the orders. And this tells you who's in control. An important concept. If you see big buyers hitting the market, but price isn't going up, that's absorption. If you see big sellers entering the market and price isn't going down, that's absorption. Absorption is pretty much when there's an aggressive buyer or seller trying to push price through a level. However, the heat map, which is going to be our limit orders within the market, there's too many buyers or sellers sitting at that area. And what's going to happen more than likely is price is going to reverse and go the opposite direction. And when we see that absorption coming in, that is a huge signal. So now how do we find high probability trades using the heat map? Well, think of it like this. If we're looking for price to bounce at a key level, right? We want to see a lot of buyers sitting at that specific level. Your bounce could be a demand zone. Your bounce could be Fibonacci retracement, a pre-market low, a support level, whatever it may be, right? An area within the market that you think price is going to bounce. When we trade down into that area, we want to look for large buyers down in that area. Okay, so we want to see, again, the further to the right the color scale, the more amount of orders sitting there. So we want to see things like orange, red, dark red, even yellow sitting at that area that we believe price is going to bounce. Now, the way that we can tell if it's buyers or sellers within the market, because I do get asked this all the time, is look at this white line. The white line is current price. So if the shading is below current price, it's buyers. If the shading is above current price, it's sellers. And it's as easy as that. So again, if we come down into an area that we believe price is going to bounce, we want to see buyers present at that area. If there's no buyers, well, guess what's going to happen? 9 times out of 10, or even, 95% of the time, price is going to break through that bounce level and continue to trade lower into the next liquidity zone. If we go up into a reject where we think price is going to reject and come back down, then we want to see large sell orders sitting at that area. So again, we want to see things like red, orange, yellow, dark red, whatever it may be at that area. If there's no orders there, then there's no reason for you to take the trade, because what's going to happen a majority of the time is price is going to break through that area if we do not have sellers present on the heat map. Now, if you trade breakouts, simply what you would look for is as price is trading up or down into your breakdown or breakout level, you would want to see buyers or sellers present at that area, but then you want to see price trade through it and remove all of that liquidity. Okay, so if we were looking at, let's imagine that there wasn't many buyers on this move down right here, and this was your breakdown area right here, the S&P futures. You want to see price take out all of those buyers at that area, as we see right here. So once we broke below it, and again, this is a scenario, imagine we didn't have buyers on this move down. It was just simply, light blue, white, dark blue. Then there's a good chance when you take out that low, that price is going to trade lower into the next area where buyers are present, and vice versa. If we're trading a breakout to the upside, say price trades up into this resistance area, we see that it has sellers, but above it, again, what do we have? Blue, light blue, white, and then dark blue, right? If we get above there, there's a good chance that we are going to break out and continue higher and trade into the next area where there are large passive sell orders. So again, we can look for a high probability breakout trade just by using the heat map. Now, if there's one thing that I want to stress in this video, is you never want to take trades just based off the heat map itself. You always want to piece it together with key levels. Something that I see a lot of traders do, just because we go down into, an area where there's buyers, well, they end up going long, or just because we trade up to an area where there's sellers, they end up going short. You are going to lose money if you do that, okay? You need to have a key level within the market. And again, there's so many different ways that you can find key levels. Supply and demand, Fibonacci retracements, previous highs, previous lows, pre-market highs, pre-market lows, previous day's highs, previous day's lows, fair value gaps, whatever it is, right? However, you identify key levels within the market. You always need to have a key level, and then you piece that together with Bookmap to identify that high probability trade. And that's where everything comes together. Bookmap alone, it is very powerful, but when you combine it with key levels, that's where the real edge in the market is. And again, you do not want to trade at random spots on the heat map. You want to wait for key levels plus liquidity, again, being these buy or sell orders, and then confirmation in the price action and volume. And that is going to be your A+ setup. And here are some mistakes that you should avoid. Most traders lose with Bookmap because they chase every single move. Again, just because you can visually see all buyers and sellers does not mean you should be taking every single trade. They ignore key levels within the market, and they don't wait for confirmation. Those are the 3 things on why I see people fail when using Bookmap. But if you stay patient, take 1, maybe 2 high probability trades a day, use basic risk management, and wait for confirmation, that's how you can succeed by using Bookmap. And I do want to say, if you're serious about improving your trading, I highly recommend trying out Bookmap. I've personally been using it for like a little over 4 years now. And I can sit here wholeheartedly and tell everybody that it has completely changed the way that I trade forever. I used it before becoming an affiliate and then eventually became an affiliate, but it is one of those tools that I would recommend to every single trader, not only because it changed the way that I trade, but also my students love it as well. I don't push a lot of different trading apps out there or any other tools, but again, like I said, this is one tool that I would recommend to every single trader. So if you guys do want to check it out, I do have an affiliate link down in the description. And if you do decide to sign up and get Bookmap, I highly suggest getting Global Plus or either Global. Global, you won't get the indicators. Global Plus, you will get the indicators. So things like footprint charts, stops and icebergs, absorption indicators, so on and so forth. Again, that comes with Global Plus. And then if you trade the S&P futures as well as the NASDAQ futures, just get Bookmap CME data. If you trade gold, then get COMEX. If you trade oil, get MYMEX. But I'm sure a majority of you trade the S&P or NASDAQ. So again, you would get the CME data. And using that link does support the channel, and you get access to the same tool that I'm using every single day when I live trade. And trust me, once you start seeing liquidity like this, it's hard to go back to just regular charts. So again, make sure you guys check it out. That link will be down in the description. I also will be leaving other videos on how to use Bookmap down in the description. So make sure you guys take advantage of that and go watch those videos right after this. Other than that, if you guys did find value in today's video, make sure to smash that like button as well as clicking that subscribe and that bell icon. It would mean the absolute world to me. Everybody have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.